What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new STRATOSPHERE cards coming out today here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM, including obviously 100 overall Yao Ming, as well as all of these other good cards. The thing that makes today's drop really good to me, I feel like, is the Galaxy Opals. When we get to these Galaxy Opals, there are some really good ones. All three of them, honestly, are really good. I think they really help with this drop to have some depth and some, well, I wouldn't call the Galaxy Opals budget cards. I think they are more so affordable and stuff like that. And I do think as a whole, this is a really good drop and a very interesting drop at that. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 25,000 subscriber mark. On the channel, I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. Let's discuss all of these brand new cards. So we'll start off with the pink diamonds. The problem with these pink diamonds is that 2K refuses to change their animations. None of the pink diamonds get changed animations from what their previous animations are early in the year, and that really does hurt these cards because on paper, super athletic, can shoot the ball fine, gold shooting badness, good playmaker, good versatile defender, has gold immovable enforcer, half anchor at 6'6" at PG with a 6'10" wingspan. Like, this card is good. He's got good size, stats and badges all the way around are super solid. He's a very good defensive PG, but he's got a Nerlens Noel based default swing upper on normal. Why? Sigs are, I mean, he's got Kyrie dribble style, which is actually lucky because that's a really good dribble style, but outside of that, like, Sigs aren't special at all on this card. He could be so good, though. If they'd give him a decent release and change a couple Sigs, you got ourselves a really, really good point guard option. But instead, we don't get anything changed, and I think the release will likely be what kills this card, even though on paper his stats and badges are phenomenal. Kuminga's kind of the same way. 95 speed, 93 ball, 95 driving dunk, really good all-around stats, really good all-around badges, honestly. He can kind of do everything. Yes, he needs Agent 3 and Limitless Range added. Yes, his playmaking isn't exceptional, but as a whole, like, I would say it's a really good... I don't know. I don't want to say it's a really good drop, but I do think that this card is a very good card because he's a versatile defender and, like, he's super athletic. He can shoot the ball well, but then you look at his animations. His jumper is bad, and his Sigs are terrible. Like, and again, it ruins a card that otherwise would have been a really, really good, really complete, really fun card in my team. So to me, that's disappointing to see for sure. You know what I mean? That's just my thought process again, but it is definitely disappointing to see. Then you got Asar Thompson. Obviously, Asar Thompson is 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan as well. Shooting guard, good size, super athletic, 98 speed, an incredible, incredible defender. That is the value this card gives. Does need shooting badges added as well as some playmaking badges as well, I would say. But again, releases on normal. Sigs are the base Sigs, and again, I think that's going to hold this card back a bit compared to best options. I mean, he's an incredible defender. He's super fast. He's a big shooting guard. He can shoot okay with good athleticism. Interesting card, yes, but I mean, all three of these guys, if they had slightly changed animations, would be really interesting to me as top tier budget cards. But I think because of the way their animations are right now, instead of that, they're just mediocre options. Now we have, obviously, the Opals. Corver, Gary Payton, and Artist Gilmore. Now, Artist Gilmore is actually the one I'm the most excited about, but we'll start with him anyway. 86 speed and excel, 84 mid-range, 66 3-ball, 95 standing and driving dunk, 98 interior, 98 block, 90 perimeter, 95 steal, 89 lateral quickness. I am not going to lie to y'all. I will be adding this card to my team today, and he will be playing on my team today, maybe in my starting lineup. He is the same card as Mark Eaton in a lot of ways. They are very similar defensively. Athletically, they're very similar. Even actually, Artist is two speed faster. Artist has a plus 10 driving dunk actually as well. They're very similar on the interior. Badge-wise, also very similar. Like I said, when you look, a ton of interior badges. Both of them are really, really good, really versatile defenders. Yes, Mark has a couple extra hoffs, but, like, are they that important compared to golds on defense? Not that important, I wouldn't say. Playmaking badges favor Mark a little bit, but again, I don't think it's that big of a deal. And Artist, I mean, as a base card, when you look at this card, he is really, really good. Because, yes, his 3-ball rating is kind of low, but his release is smooth. He can use he can use badges. But, I mean, you add a few shooting badges to him, and maybe playmaking badges too, break starter, maybe handles for days, maybe touch passer, as well as shooting badges, and you're going to have yourself an absolute stud at the center spot. His release is really nice. He's got good speed. I truly believe this card can compete at a very, very high level at the center position. This is probably my new starting center. He is, I think, the best viable option in the game. right now, and I don't know if it's particularly close. He looks like Sabonis, but good, basically. That RV Sabonis card that came out, except a much better option. Gary Payton is a elite 6'4" defensive point guard with a 6'7" wingspan. Yes, he's a teensy bit short, but he's a great slasher, he's a great shooter, an amazing playmaker, and obviously an absolutely incredible defender. Her defensive stats are extraordinary: 90 driving dunk, 94 three ball, 98 speed XL, and 96 speed with ball. As if people needed another guy to put defensively on the court and off ball off of, but Gary Payton's another one of those guys, unfortunately, who's just going to be a menace defensively. His release is not exceptional, but it's not horrible. Normal fade will get the job done, but debug dribble style, hard and escape. His SIGs aren't the best. Pro behind the back, hard and drag back. Like, they're good enough, though. If you know how to use them effectively, especially if you don't expect him to be your primary ball handler, and you put him on the court next to a guy at the 2 who can really run your offense, this is an elite level point guard still, especially because of his defensive versatility and how good he is, as well as the fact that he can still obviously defend and shoot and all that type of stuff still at a very high level. I feel like he's... Excuse me, I feel like he's kind of a better version of guys like Sidney Moncrief, Jason Kidd, guys like that at the defensive point guards, and I honestly believe he's going to be a really, really good card. Kyle Corver, 6'7", 6'9", wingspan at shooting guard. He's got great size, 92 speed, 99 three ball. We know his release is insanely glitchy and playmaking-wise. He's not horrible. The thing that makes this card special is the fact that he's actually a really good defender. Defensive stats are pretty darn good: 89 interior, good perimeter stats, 75 block. 94 feet, anchor, clamps, fast feet, glove, off-ball pest, and right stick gripper all on Hoff. Most importantly, has a movable enforcer on gold. So you can't add that badge. So him having that on at least gold is a big deal. With how good of a shooter this card is, insanely good fast release and just curry slide as well. I understand the rest of his SIGs aren't special, but I don't know, man. I'm just gonna say, with the way that his release is and the way with that curry slide and stuff, the way that people like Kyle Corver in this game, especially now that he can defend at a high level, this is a card you're going to see a lot. He is going to be, because of his shooting ability and because he is a 6'7" shooting guard now who can defend at a high level, you're going to see him a lot, I think. I think this card is going to be on a lot of teams, just like Artis Gilmore, and honestly, for good reason. I mean, he's going to be a very, very good card at the shooting guard position. Eddie Jones is 6'6" with a 6'9" wingspan at point guard. All the way around, this card is phenomenal. He's very well-rounded. He's an elite defender. He's a really, really good shooter, finisher, and playmaker as well. 95 speed, 96 three ball, 95 driving dunk, defensively phenomenal. Really good-looking card, but didn't change the release, I will say. His release is kind of janky. I don't think it's actually going to be a bad release. I don't think it's actually going to be slow, but I will say it's kind of ugly, and y'all will see what I'm talking about when I do a gameplay on him. But D-Book dribble style, Kemba escape, probably Jamal Murray behind the back, John Wall's drag back, Pro 2 fade. He's got great SIGs. He's going to be a dog. I don't think the release will kill this card. I think it might hold him back just a tiny bit, but I don't actually think it's going to be something that's going to be a big enough issue to really ruin the card or anything like that. Now we got all the Dark Matters and 100 overall. Yeah, to look at. Kwame 6'11" with 7'1" wingspan, hotspots from literally everywhere. 38 Hoffs, amazing finisher, amazing defender, but also Hoff caps, Claymore, corner specialist, limitless free points, speed booster, that type of stuff. And 87 three ball, 95 standing and driving dunk, 92 speed. This card is very, very similar to Psycho T, Tyler Hansbrough, but I think he's better because he's 2 inches taller. He's probably even more versatile. He's also got Kemba escape, Kyrie dribble style, so he's got crazy SIGs for a power forward as well. Probably Jamal Murray behind the back, John Wall drag back as well, with one of the fastest releases in the game at the power forward position. This card is phenomenal. He is an absolutely elite level power forward. The Dark Matters today are all amazing, but Kwame Brown is one of the best. I think he's going to be an incredible, incredible card. Jonathan Isaac is 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan, hotspots from literally everywhere as well. 38 Hall of Fame badges include, again, great slashing, great shooting, very capable playmaking, but especially unbelievable defense. Every single defensive badge in the game on Hall of Fame. Defensive stats are extraordinary. 95 driving dunk, 93 free ball, 95 speed, 92 excel, 94 speed of ball. He is a 6'10" small forward with a 7'2" wingspan, a massive player build. Release that is super smooth. Trey fade, Kobe dribble style. KD's escape isn't the best. Step behind the back is a nice SIG, though. I think as a whole, KD escape's not bad enough. Honestly, he's not the best shot creator in the world, but he'll be okay, and everything else is phenomenal. This card is one of the best small forwards in the game, if not arguably the best, outside of maybe 100 overall Giannis. I mean, but he's right in that discussion with the very best small forwards in the game. Guys like Ferry and Luol Deng and guys like that. I think that's the discussion Jonathan Isaac is in. So Kwame and Jonathan Isaac are both looking insane. Chris Bosh is going to be slightly worse, I think. I think this is probably going to be quote-unquote the worst of the Dark Matters. He's still a 91 speed, 6'11", 7'3" wingspan power forward with 93 three ball, 95 standing and driving dunk, and versatile elite defense. Every single key badge, pretty much, especially shooting, finishing, and defensively. and a capable playmaker as well, who has his release on very quick, MJ dribble style, decent escape, hardened behind the back. Like, the card is good. The card is very good. He's just not as good as Kwame Brown, Jonathan Isaac, those guys, in my opinion, and I think that does hold him back a little bit. But at the same time, the card is very good, and he will be a super solid option at the power forward position. He is probably going to be the troll pull from locking in this set. I think he's the worst quote-unquote card, but I still think he's really good. I think he's like the best troll pull they've put in any of these packs so far. Like the Vortex set as well was similar. It's similar to this, where every card was a good card no matter who you pulled. This is kind of that same set, and Bosch might quote-unquote be the worst, but I still think he's going to be really good for the people who do wind up getting him. Irving is 6'7" with a 6'11" wingspan. Hotspots from literally everywhere. Again, the card is nearly perfect on paper, is super complete. I'm glad he has Hoff handles for days. That's a big badge. Glad he comes this complete as a base shooter as well. Gold removal enforcer, Hoff anchor, brick wall, clamps, post lockdown, pogo stick. I mean, he's a really good defender. 98 speed, 94 3 ball, 99 standing and driving dunk. Defensively phenomenal. 6'7" with a 6'11" wingspan at shooting guard. Release is insane. Pro 2 fade. Francis size up, Kimba escape, and good behind the back too. I mean, yeah, no, this card's a dog. He's 100% a dog. I would love to get Dr. J. There are people out there who don't want Dr. J. I'd be totally fine with him if I get him from locking in. He is going to be an absolute dog. One of the best shooting guards in the game without a shadow of a doubt. Love this card. Kawhi Leonard is 6'7" with 7'3" wingspan at shooting guard. Honestly, another amazing shooting guard. He's more defensive a little bit, I guess, than Jonathan Isaac is. I mean, stats are obviously insane. Defensive badges also across the board are insane. I meant more defensive than Julius Erving. Sorry, not Jonathan Isaac. But, I mean, his playmaking badges aren't unbelievably elite on Hall of Fame, but as a whole, his release is money. Pro 2 fade. Still great SIGs. NBA dribble style, Trey escape. Likely, I would assume, a good behind the back as well. Kawhi's, again, an absolute dog. He's one of the best shooting guards in the game. I think both he and Dr. J are pretty much as good as any shooting guard right now in my team. That's about where they are, except for Glenn Rice, obviously, who is in a tier of his own. And then you have LaMelo, who's 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan at point guard. This might be the best point guard in the game, because he's an amazing, really good defender. He's an amazing playmaker, amazing shooter, and an amazing finisher. 90 driving dunk, 97 3 ball, 95 speed, excel speed with ball, great defender. Question's going to be 6, because his release is fast. Normal fade could be a little better, I would say. Debo dribble style, stiff, escape, John Wall drag back, probably Jamal Murray behind the back, I would guess. He had pro behind the back previously, though, so it might not be. If he has Jamal Murray behind the back, he's in the discussion for best point guard in the game with SGA and guys like that. If not, I don't think he quite is. I think he's close. I think SGA's SIGs look a little better. SGA's fade is a little better. LaMelo's standstill release might be a little better, though. I think he's in that same discussion for sure as a very top-tier point guard, and he's going to be an absolutely amazing card. All of these Dark Matters are incredible. Bosch is the worst, but the other 5 are just top tier cards. And even Bosch is still a pretty top tier Dark Matter. Obviously, that's who I hope I don't get, which means that's probably who I will wind up getting. But so that probably is true for y'all as well, to be fair. But there's literally 3 Eastern Conference power forwards. One of them's Jonathan Isaac, one of them's Kwame Brown, and one of them's Bosch. And at the end of the day, I think people are going to be getting Bosch, and people are going to be disappointed about it. I'm not sure. We'll see. Hopefully, he winds up being really good, though. And I do think he actually is going to be a very, very solid card. So, yeah. That is that for the Dark Matters. Final card is this Yao Ming. Obviously, 100 overall Yao is one of the stupidest things 2K's ever added. The good thing is that this card will basically not exist. The bad thing is that he has basically 99 stats across the board, and he's a Yao Ming with... I mean, they didn't change his SIGs the way that they changed the rest of the 100 overall SIGs, which is a good thing, to be fair. They didn't change his base like they did the rest of the 100 overalls, which again... Or they didn't do that for the rest of the 100 overalls, so I shouldn't say that, but... Glad he doesn't have an unbelievable release or insane SIGs, but like Kobe Escape, MJ Dribble Style, still not bad SIGs. He's still going to be really glitchy. I mean, he's still the best card in the game and the most overpowered card in the game by a mile. No doubt about it. But the card will basically not exist, and that is the one good thing to take about this drop. So, with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy, and I hope y'all are excited for this drop, man. The thing that I am excited about this drop is Eddie Jones. Great free card. Kyle Corver, Gary Payton, and Artis Gilmore. All incredible buyable Galaxy Opals. And then all of the Dark Matters are phenomenal, so no matter who you lock in the set for, you're going to get somebody who likely helps your team and is a really, really good card. So as a whole, I would consider this drop really a huge success in a lot of ways. The depth of this drop overall and how good it really is something that I think is really, really nice. So definitely a big fan of that for 2K. And I think they've done a really good job with this drop, to be honest. I just hate the way this gambling-only content works in general. That's my main issue, to be honest, at the end of the day, is that I just think the gambling-only content is bad for my team. And that's my main problem. My problem is not with 2K dropping really good content, because this content is awesome. I just wish we could go get the cards. At the end of the day, that's my complaint, and that is the one thing that I will complain about, because these cards look awesome. It looks like fun, and there's some good buyable and free content this week too, which I am a fan of. I just wish the top tier cards are more accessible than they are. So with that being said, that is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.